Hello class 12 students, good morning everyone. Till the last video we completed almost the half of the part 1 PDF, okay. There we studied about Ohm's law, we studied about current density, we studied about current, we studied about resistance and factors on which the resistance depends on, and we studied different graphs, right. Then we studied how a resistor look like in day-to-day life, in real life. Okay, then color code. Okay, till page number 11. If you see, go to the PDF, go to page number 11. There is one topic which I have not discussed with you. That is combination of resistors. Why I did not discuss with you? Because you studied already that topic in class 10. I want you guys, that topic you do it on your own. Okay, if you have any doubt, please ask me. Combination of resistors. Okay, resistors in series and resistors in parallel. What is the net resistance value? Today we will start in this video a very important the class 12 concept cells. What is cell? Okay, so let's start with the cell part. The cell is nothing but it is a combination of two electrodes dipped in an electrolyte. This system is called as cell. We have two electrodes dipped in an electrolyte. This is called cell. One of the electrode will be positive, another electrode is negative. So these are the terminals of the cell. Positive and the negative. So terminals of the cells are nothing but the electrodes. ये याद रखना है, ठीक है? Okay. Now, if we see the current direction of a cell, outside the cell, this is the cell. Outside the cell, this is the wire. Current flows from positive to negative. That you know already. Conventional direction of current. Positive terminal of the cell to the negative terminal of the cell. The positive to negative. But inside the cell, the current flows from negative to positive. See? Okay, ये याद रखना पड़ेगा, ठीक है? This is quite different. Inside the cell, the current flows from negative to positive. But outside the cell, the current flows to the wire. That means the charge carriers are electrons. But inside the cell, okay, there is no wires. There is electrolyte. Though ions flow. So ions flow from negative terminal to positive terminal. Okay. Now comes to type of cells. This is a very important part with respect to practicals, as well as day-to-day life. Cells are of two different types. One is called as primary cells, other one is called as secondary cells. Now what is the basic difference? Primary cells are those cells which cannot be recharged. उसको recharge नहीं कर सकते बार बार. For example, Daniel cell, which you will work in practicals, like Leclanché cells. Okay. Secondary cells are those cells which you can recharge. जो फोन से मैं वीडियो बना रहा हूँ, जो फोन मेरे हाथ में है, ये सब क्या है? ये सब जो बैटरी है, उसको मैं रिचार्ज कर सकता हूँ. That I can recharge every day. That means those are secondary cells. Lithium batteries. Okay, they are made of lithium batteries, right? So these batteries are actually secondary cells. Okay, understood? Now, what is battery? Battery is nothing but if you take too many cells, multiple cells, and combine together in any way, whether we combine together in this way, these are the cells we studied in class 10, symbol of cells. If I combine together, this becomes a battery. Or if you combine together like this. Okay, that means a combination of multiple cells is known as battery. They can be combined in any way we want, then that becomes a battery. Okay, now whenever we deal with cells, there are three terminologies which you have to understand very nicely when we deal with a cell. A cell has three important parameters: EMF, terminal potential difference, and internal resistance of the cell. Okay, so let's start one by one. EMF. First we'll go to the definition of the EMF. Okay, which definition hardly comes. Okay, so what the definition is say? This is a cell, for example. This is a cell. We have positive terminal, this is negative terminal. Okay, work done to move a unit charge from one terminal to another terminal is called as EMF. Okay, so this is just the definition which you have to know about. Okay, but what the actual concept is that for we have a cell. Okay, for example, मैंने एक पेंसिल बैटरी ले लिया. अच्छे से सुनना, ये दोनों को मैं एक साथ पढ़ाऊंगा. This is a pencil battery. You know what is a pencil battery? Okay, I've connected this pencil battery with a bulb, with a switch. Okay, listen very carefully. And I have connected a voltmeter here. Voltmeter. We know what is a voltmeter. I have connected voltmeter across the cell like this, plus minus, plus minus. Okay, this voltmeter will measure the potential difference across the cell. Now, when the K is off, not on, that means the cell is in open circuit. No current, cell is in open circuit. Or कोई current नहीं निकल रहा cell से. That means there is no current drawn from the cell. Okay. Then the voltmeter reading, whatever the voltmeter reading will be shown, that voltmeter reading will be equals to EMF. Now, this will make a definition. What is EMF? It is the potential difference across the terminals of the cell when cell is in open circuit. No current drawn from the cell. Okay. Now, when we switch on the circuit, K is on. Okay. K is on. Then again, this voltmeter will show some reading. This reading will be potential difference across the cell. Let that reading is V1. Now this reading will not be equals to E. It will be equals to something else V. That V is called terminal potential difference. So what is terminal potential difference? It is the potential difference across the cell terminals when the cell is in closed circuit. That is current coming out of the cell. Okay. Every time E is always greater than V. If we talk about, like for example, okay, मैंने बाजार से बैटरी लेके आया, pencil battery. I bought a pencil battery and see on the body of the pencil battery it's written 1.5 volt. The printed value what is written 1.5 volt, okay, that is actually EMF in actual life. You take a cell, okay, just a cell, nothing else, no bulb, nothing, no wire. Just take a cell and connect the voltmeter, both the terminals with the terminals of the battery directly. Take a battery, take a pencil cell, connect the voltmeter like this. Positive with a positive, negative with a negative. The voltmeter will show exactly 1.5 volt. Because now, why? Because see, the cell is not connected with any resistance. That means there is no current coming out of the cell. The cell is in open circuit. So that time, the cell voltmeter potential difference, the potential difference which will be shown across the terminal will be equals to EMF. But now I connect the cell with a bulb. Okay. Now again you measure it. Now whatever the voltmeter value you will see, that will be always get 1.5 volts in car. Okay. It will always less than 1.5. Understand? That means if I need in a circuit 2 volt battery, 2 volt supply, I cannot apply a 2 volt battery. A 2 volt battery will not produce a 2 volt potential difference. It will produce less than 2 volt. Okay. So if in a circuit I need a 9 volt potential difference, then I have to connect a 12 volt battery. Because the 12 volt battery will at the end, when it will be connected to the circuit, it will give a little bit less. Okay, so always we will use a battery little extra than what we require because of this reason. So whenever a cell is connected to a circuit, the potential difference across the cell is always less than the EMF. So understand the definition of EMF and terminal potential difference. So what is EMF? It is a potential difference across the cell terminals when the cell is in open circuit or no current is coming out of the cell. What is terminal potential difference? It is a potential difference across the terminals of the cell when the cell is in closed circuit, that is current coming out of the cell. Okay. Now comes to internal resistance of the cell. Now what is internal resistance? What is resistance? Resistance is what? Opposition to the flow of current. And it is internal resistance of the cell. Internal. Inside the cell, there is some opposition to the current flow. That is called internal resistance of the cell. Okay. Inside the cell, there is some oppositions. Okay. Now, let's check out the inside the cell. Inside the cell, what is flowing? Ions is flowing. So, whatever the opposition is offering to the ions, to the flow of ions, okay, that is called internal resistance. So, what is my job? We denote it with a small r. My job is to understand on what factors this internal resistance depends on. Okay, let's talk about one by one. First, type of electrodes. Which type of electrodes we use? Now, we learn in chemistry that how this dissociation occurs. Okay, these electrodes, one of the electrodes will dissociate slowly, it will be rusted. Okay, that is eaten away. These particles will be eaten away and those particles will that those small particles which are eaten away is then covering over the other electrodes, right? This is called dissociation, which is studied in chemistry. Now, how easily the electrode will dissociate? Okay, as soon as these electrodes will dissociate, it will produce ions. Okay, more easily the electrodes will dissociate, more ions will produce, and hence more ions produce, more conductance, ज़्यादा conductivity होगा, that means resistance घटेगा. Okay, understood? That means the resistance is inversely proportional to the dissociation. More is the dissociation, more ions, less resistance. More ions means more conductivity, resistance will automatically decrease. That is type of electrodes. Next, type of electrolyte. Now, this is the electrolyte. When the ions will move from here to here, this electrolyte will have viscosity. That means that viscosity will offer some resistance, liquid friction to the movement of ions. Okay, so we have to choose that type of electrolyte which has less viscosity. Okay, if it has less viscosity, then ions can easily flow. Understand? Hence, resistance decreases. So, resistance is inversely proportional to viscosity, or we can say directly proportional to viscosity. Why? If the viscosity is more opposition to the movement of ions, and hence more resistance. If the viscosity is less, whose viscosity? Electrolyte. So, we will choose that type of electrolyte where less viscosity is there, so that internal resistance lower down. Okay. Third case. It depends on the area of the electrodes, the surface area of the electrodes. Electrodes कितना चौड़ा है, कितना मोटा है, surface area. Why surface area? More is the surface area, more is the dissociation. Area is directly proportional to surface area is directly proportional to the dissociation. जितना ज़्यादा surface area होगा, उतना easily it is dissociated, and इतना जितना easily वो dissociate करेगा, okay, more and more ions will produce. Understood? More and more ions will produce. That means less resistance. More charge carries less resistance. So area is inversely proportional to the resistance, internal resistance. So try to understand the theory behind it instead of mugging up this. अगर एरिया बढ़ेगा, ज्यादा डिसोसिएशन होगा, ज्यादा आयंस प्रोड्यूस होगा, तो रेजिस्टेंस अपने आप घट जाएगा, बिकॉज चार्ज carriers are more. Okay. Fourth point: distance between the electrodes. If the electrodes are very far from each other, then these ions need to move larger distance across the electrolyte. That means these ions will suffer more viscosity. Okay, that means internal resistance is inversely proportional to separation. जितना separation कम होगा, directly proportional to separation. जितना separation बढ़ेगा, okay, more and more viscosity will act when the ions will move from one terminal to another terminal. That means resistance will move. And if the separation is less, if the separation electrodes are close to each other, then very less distance to cover. That means the internal resistance will be also less. Okay, so these are the factors on which the internal resistance of the cell depends on. And you understand the terminologies first, especially EMF and potential. Terminal potential, this is very important. If you don't understand, please repeat the video again and see. Those two should be very crystal clear to you. Otherwise, you will face problem in potentiometer. One topic is there which is quite difficult. So EMF and terminal potential difference should be understand very nicely. Okay. So when we take a cell, printed value is what? EMF. Okay. That EMF will be, that value 1.5 volt will be shown in the voltmeter only when the cell is not connected to a circuit. And when it is connected to a circuit, the voltmeter will show less than 1.5 or is greater than 1.5. Less than 1.5. Okay. So let's go to the next topic. Okay. Now, symbol of a cell. We understand in class 10, we understood symbol of a cell is like this. One bigger danda, one smaller danda. The bigger danda is plus, the smaller danda is minus. This is a symbol of a cell. But in class 12, we understood cell has one more special parameter called as internal resistance. So now, in the symbol of a cell, we will have the internal resistance also. See here. One bigger danda, one smaller danda, then a small resistance. This is the internal resistance of the cell. So now, from this point to this point, this whole thing is a cell where this terminal is positive and this terminal is negative. Either negative, negative, positive, positive. Now, when we draw a symbol of a cell, it's not necessary that this internal resistance you will draw with the negative side only. You can draw with the positive side also. Then this end and this end. After the resistance, see, after the internal resistance, this end. After the internal resistance, before the internal resistance, this end. So this whole thing becomes a symbol of a cell. Okay? The internal resistance you can draw anywhere. With the negative terminal, with the positive terminal, no issue. Okay? Now, one numerical concept to deal with multiple cells. Listen very carefully. Huh? For example, this is a circuit we have. In this circuit, we have lots of cells connected in the circuit. Combo of cells. That means multiple cells are connected here and combo of resistance. Multiple resistance are connected here. What's your first job? Your first job is to find all the net cells EMF. Okay? How to find? You don't know. You will learn in the next video. Okay? For example, I have calculated the net cell EMF is EN. Okay, net EMF. All the cells will have their own internal resistances. We have calculated all the internal resistance net using the formula of net resistances. In series it is R1 plus R2 plus R3. In parallel it is 1 by R. Those things we will use here. Okay. Now how to understand whether it is parallel or not. How to understand the cells, whether they are parallel. Those things we will study. Wait for some time later on. Okay. So for the time being, just what to do, you try this. Try to understand that. How to do, what to do, that we are interested in right now. So we have combo of cells. We will find all cells EMF. We find the net of the EMF. Let that net EMF is EN. Each cell will have some internal resistances. We will find the net of all the internal resistance, that is Rn. Okay, understand, small Rn. Then we will find the net resistance, all the external resistance, net, and that is capital RE, that is net external resistance. This is net external resistance, this is net internal resistance, this is net EMF. Now, the circuit will have net current coming out from the positive terminal of the cell, going to the negative terminal of the cell. How to calculate this current? Okay, that we are interested in. That is the net current in the circuit which contains multiple cells and multiple resistances. So, net current in the cell. So, this is the current which is coming out of the net cell. Huh? Current, it's not current coming out from any of the cell. It is the current coming out of the net cell. The net current will be equals to net EMF by net resistance. So we will always use this formula. Okay, this is actually Ohm's law. Okay, V equals to IR laga rahe, but when we have combinations, multiple resistances, multiple cells, all those things, multiple internal resistances, we don't use V equals to IR. Okay, we use an advanced version. Okay, net current coming out of the net cell. Net current coming out of the net cell is net EMF by net resistance. So what is net EMF? EN. Now what is net resistance? Now net external resistance is always in series with net internal resistance. याद रखना, net दोनों का पूरा net होना चाहिए. कोई भी सेल का एक resistance मत उठा लेना. Total cell का net जो बनेगा ना तब. So external resistance is always in series with the net internal resistance. So series में है मतलब add हो जाएगा. Okay, understood? In series they are in series. That means they will add up. So net external plus net internal resistance of a cell. Okay, so this way we calculate the net current coming out of a cell. Understood? Now we have a small derivation, that is relation between E and V. We know what is E. It is a potential difference across the cell when the cell is in open circuit. And what is V? It is a potential difference across the cell when cell is in closed circuit. So what we do, take a simple figure. I am taking a cell of EMF E and internal resistance R is connected to a resistance with a key K, a resistor of resistance R. Okay, now see, let this key is on. When the key is on, current will start flow like this from positive terminal of the cell to negative terminal. Now, in this we have only one cell, one internal, one external. What is the net current? Net EMF, only one EMF E. So net EMF will be given as E. By net external, only one external resistance. Net internal, only one internal resistance. Okay. Now you multiply. What is E? E equals to IR plus IR. I into capital R, I into now. Listen very carefully. This I into R is what? I into R. Can I say it is a potential difference across these 2 points? Okay, it is a potential difference across the distance R. That means these 2 points. Okay. Now, this see nicely. These 2 points are directly connected with the cell terminals also. Okay. So can I say this is also whatever the potential difference from here to here, the same potential difference we will find from here to here also. And this is what? Potential difference across the cell. When the current is coming out of the cell, can I say this is terminal potential difference across the cell. So this is the relation E equals to V plus IR. Okay, now this I into capital R is the potential difference across the resistor R. But that potential difference across the resistor R is also equal to the potential difference across the cell. Why? Because the nodal concept directly point are connecting. Now, I understand I into R is the potential difference across the cell. But the current is also coming out. That means it is the potential difference across the cell when cell is in closed circuit. That means that potential difference is the terminal potential difference. So I can write V. So E equals to V plus IR. Okay? Understood? Now, this formula take 2 shapes depending on the circuit diagram. Okay? So that we need to understand how to apply this formula in a circuit. Okay, we will not always apply E equals to V plus IR. Always E equals to V plus IR nahi hota hai. It depends on what the cell is undergoing. Whether the cell is going discharging, whether the cell is undergoing discharging, or the cell is undergoing charging. So there are 2 things happening with the cell. When a cell is connected with a bigger potential difference, then that cell starts charging instead of discharging. Okay, so how to understand from the circuit whether the cell is charging or discharging? So try to understand very nicely. For example, this is the cell, okay, which has a EMF E into resistance R in a circuit, and the current is coming out of the cell like this. So now see, here the current is coming out of the positive terminal and going inside negative terminal. That means normal discharging is going on, because in normal discharging, current comes out of the positive terminal and enters negative terminal. But in case of charging, if you see in a circuit, this is R. If the current you see like this, if you see the current entering inside the positive terminal, coming out of the negative terminal, if in the circuit this is the situation, that means this cell is not discharging, it is charging. Okay, so in case of discharging, E equals to V plus IR hota hai. That is, E is always greater than V, which we studied 1.5 wala case. Okay, but when the cell is discharging, E is V minus IR. In this case, V is greater than E. The potential difference across the cell is more than the EMF because the cell is charging now. You understand? This is very important now in the numericals class. Okay, so sometimes we use E equals to V plus IR, sometimes we use E equals to V minus IR. How we use? We see how the cell is, whether it is charging or discharging. How to understand it is charging or discharging? By the current direction. If it is a normal go means what? Coming out of the positive, entering negative. Abnormal, going to positive. That is charging. In this case, we use V minus IR. Okay. Now, expression of internal resistance of the cell. Next derivation. Okay, this is from here only. See here, we got E equals to V plus IR. What do you do? E minus V equals to IR. Write it like this. Okay. Now, what do you do? E by I minus V by I equals to R. Correct? I इसके नीचे, I इसके नीचे. Understood? So what I got? R equals to E by I minus V by I. Okay. Now your job is multiply the external resistance and divide it. Minus V by I into R. So now see. What is V, I into R? It is V minus V by V. So we got R equals to E by V minus 1 into R. Now, this is the formula we got. Now, this formula we never use in any numericals. Okay? We use these formulas to calculate the internal resistance value. We see the figure, we see where the cell is charging or discharging, and then we use this formula according to the question. From there, I calculate the R value. Okay, we use this formula only in practical purpose. We will never use this in numericals. Okay? We will never use this in numericals. Listen very carefully. Moreover, if you want to use this in practical also, so what are the things you need to understand nicely? This is a cell whose resistance R is this. E is the EMF. Okay? V is the potential difference across the cell. And what is R? R is the net external resistance connected to the cell. Not just any external resistance, net external resistance लेना पड़ेगा R. Okay, कोई भी resistance लेने से नहीं होगा. कौन सा लेना पड़ेगा? Net external resistance लेना पड़ेगा. So, just to overcome this complexity, we in numericals use this. Because in practical life, we have only one resistance connected to the cell. So, we can directly use this. Okay, that laboratory में जो हम करते हैं. लेकिन जब हम numerical के साथ काम करते हैं, बहुत सारा resistance होता है ना. So, in those cases, we will deal with only the cell. मैं cell देख लूँगा, charging हो रहा है कि discharging हो रहा है. Then we use the formula. If it is discharging, we use this formula. E is the cell of the EMF. V is the across the cell. What is the potential difference? I is the current coming out of the cell. From there we can get the R value. Is that okay, class? Okay. Now the next part is basically lots of graphical questions are there. Okay, in the next part, which depends on this expression E equals to V plus IR. Okay. Now before that, I will send you that later in next video. Okay. For the time being, let this video end here only. Okay, class. Thank you very much.